Oh wow. Going live that one just happened pretty passively. I didn't even realize I went live until after it happened. You see, and there's Millie pulling up. There we go, squish. I guess you've got fresh towels for the bababis. Get in there. Let me get your fresh towels for the bababis. Oh, it's so hot. Look who's got fresh towels for the babies, for the babies, for the babies. Oh, Cece, you don't waste no time. Get rid of this one. No mas. Refresh. Babies. Birchie, more. Birchie, keep going, Birchie. To the promised land. There we go. What's this habit they all picked up from Cece, where they're sniffing each other's buttholes? There we go. Birchie, pick a lane. Get out my hands, Birchie. Get out my hands. Yes, Bertie, give yourself a hemorrhoid for daddy. Squeeze it. Make squeezies. Millie, no biting, goddammit. Here you go. Get it, Lucy. You know, with copyright and everything like that, are you allowed to even just like read the passages of a book? Trop Mignon. I have to go look that up real quick. But I was just about to read the Hobbit. In a hole in the ground there lived a. I already fucked it up. Okay, let me Google translate that. I get that a lot in other languages, like too cute. I get I love you a couple times, but not to me. They're just saying I love these ferrets. And just Google Translate does a bad job. Let's start again. In a hole in the ground there lived a hobbit. Not a nasty, dirty, wet hole, filled with the ends of worms and an oozy smell, nor yet a dry, bare, sandy hole with nothing in it to sit down on or to eat. It was a hobbit hole, and that means comfort. Okay. Alright, might got some positive reception to that. We'll see. I'm gonna get sued! My Amazon! Oh god! Alright, I can't tell if this would be funny or just the worst thing a person can do. Wait, no, I don't think this would be that funny. I can't read it. I was gonna read the rhyming dictionary. Just start kind of like. I was thinking maybe it'll sound kind of Dr. Seussy. Acial, acion. No, but I gotta say acial, facial, glacial, racial, spatial, abacial, bifacial, biracial, and glacial. Okay, I kind of love that. I want to put that in the maybes. Okay, we're gonna go a little kind of slow. I really should be sitting in there with them, but one step at a time.
Oh, is it the babies? I have a story for you. Is it Millie's a habit now?
I'm gonna read it in the language of my Italian family. No, I'm not. In a hole in the ground there lived a hobbit. Not a nasty, dirty, wet hole, filled with the ends of worms and an oozy smell, nor yet a dry, bare, sandy hole with nothing in it to sit down on or to eat. It was a hobbit hole, and that means comfort. It had a perfectly round door with a oh my god. I had to go a little slower. It had a perfectly round door like a porthole, painted green with a shiny yellow brass knob in the exact middle. The door opened onto a tube-shaped hall like a tunnel, a very comfortable tunnel without smoke, with paneled walls, and floors tiled and carpeted, provided with polished chairs and lots of pegs for hats and coats. The hobbit was fond of visitors. The tunnel wound on, going fairly but not quite straight into the side of the hill. The hill, as all people for many miles around called it, and many little round doors opened out of it, first on one side and then onto another. Uh-oh. I put the babies to sleep.
Oopsies.
Let's get the rhyming dictionary. Daddy's about to spit some fat rhymes. And then the babies go crazy. Douglas Adams, The Ultimate Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I fucking loved this movie growing up. The house stood on a slight rise just on the edge of the village. It stood on its own and looked out over a broad spread of West Country farmland. Not a remarkable house by any means. It was about 30 years old, squattish, squarish, made of brick, and had 4 windows set in the front of a size proportion which more or less exactly failed to please the eye. The only person for whom the house was in any way special was Arthur Dent. And that was only Yo, The Hobbit and then Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Oh my god, I'm on a Martin Freeman kick. Ho! Ooh! Wow. Look at that. Causation, correlation. Remember the end of the Tim Burton, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, where it ends with the narrator is like the Indian, the Indian Oompa Loompa the whole time? He was tall, very tall, and had an air of cheerful diffidence. He combined a razor-sharp intellect. Babies! I got CC's black harness. The only one of these guys who doesn't have a harness, I guess, at the moment, would be Birch. I think I want to get Birchie a red harness. I've held off on that because Happy had a red harness, but I think red's good for Birchie. Maybe blue. Maybe the bow tie would be better for Millie. Babies, are you ready for a story? I'm gonna light the campfire. Okay, that's so funny how they're all. The house stood on a slight rise on the edge of the village. It stood on its own and looked out over a broad spread of West Country farmland. Not a remarkable house by any means. It was about 30 years old, squattish, squarish, made of brick, and had 4 windows set in the front of a size and proportion which more or less exactly failed to please the eye. The only person for whom the house was in any way special was Arthur Dent, and that was only because it happened to be the one he lived in. For the people who do these, like the whole book, do they practice at all, or just kind of kill it the first couple tries? He had lived in it for about 3 years. I bet they have the pages huge, too. He had lived in it for about 3 years, ever since he had moved out of London because it made him nervous and irritable. He was about 30 as well, tall, dark-haired. Oh, I'm older than Arthur Dent. I'm gonna kill myself. Look at that. I highly doubt Martin Freeman was 30 years old in that movie. Yikes. He's about 30 as well, tall, dark-haired, and never quite at ease with himself. The thing that used to worry him most was the fact that people always used to ask him what he was looking so worried about. He worked in local radio, which he always used to tell his friends was a lot more interesting than they probably thought. Most of his friends worked in advertising. I can't read, Birchie. Oh, sorry, Cece. Bless you. How did you get in the bin? Excuse me. Um, let's just read a page. Let's just read a page, dogs. And I'm not joking. I do have the curiosities on if this is even allowed or not. I mean, I don't know what. Wait a minute. Actually, no, that it makes it makes 100% sense why it wouldn't be. Okay. In a hole in the ground there lived. I'm not going to read that part. I read it 6 times already. No going upstairs with a hobbit. Bedrooms, bathrooms, cellars, pantries, lots of these. Wardrobes. He had whole rooms devoted to clothes. Kitchens, dining rooms, all were on the same floor, and indeed on the same passage. The best rooms were all on the left-hand side, going in, for these were the only ones to have windows, deep-set round windows looking over his garden, and meadows beyond sloping down to the river. This hobbit was a very well-to-do hobbit, and his name was Baggins. I guess books start with naming the main character. It's a good place to start. The Bagginses had lived in the neighborhood of the hill for time out of mind, and people considered them very respectful, not only because most of them were rich, but also because they never had any adventures or did anything unexpected. You could tell what a Baggins would say on any question without the bother of asking him. This is a story of how a Baggins had an adventure and found himself doing and saying things altogether unexpected. He may have lost the neighbors' respect, but he gained, well, we'll see. See, that's a good moment that I can't fuck up there. He may have lost the neighbors' respect, but he gained, well, you will see whether he gained anything in the end. Ooh. Sorry, I can't resist to ruin things. Boy, you did it twist. I feel like this is actually kind of based. Let's keep going. The mother of our particular hobbit. What is a hobbit? I suppose hobbits need some description nowadays since they have become rare and shy of the big people, as they call us. They are or were a little people. Wait, is that Tolkien canonizing himself? How are more people not talking about this? I suppose hobbits need some description nowadays, since they have become rare and shy of the big people, as they call us. They are, or were, a little people, about half our height, smaller than the bearded dwarves. Hobbits have no beards. There is little or no magic about them, except the ordinary everyday sort which helps them to disappear quietly and quickly when large stupid folk like you and me come blundering along, making a noise like elephants which can hear a mile off. Where did the baby... Oh, Birchie. They are inclined to be fat in the stomach. They dress in bright colors, chiefly green and yellow. Wear no shoes because their feet grow natural, leathery soles. I can relate to that. And thick, warm, brown hair like the stuff on their heads, which is curly. Have long, clever brown fingers, good-natured faces, and laugh deep, fruity laughs, especially after dinner, which they have twice a day when they can get it. Who's... Oh, that's Birchie. Oh, shit. Is that the drums of Moria? Oh, shit. It's the drums. Oh, shit. A mine. A mine. Alright. They're inclined... Wait. Where was I? Now you know enough... which they have twice a day, yes. Now you know enough to go on with. As I was saying, the mother of this hobbit, Bilbo Baggins, that is, was the famous Belladonna Took, one of the 3 remarkable daughters of the old Took, head of the hobbits who lived across the water. The small river then ran at the foot of the hill. It was often said in other families that long ago, one of the Took ancestors must have taken a fairy wife. That was, of course, absurd, but certainly there was still something not entirely hobbit-like about them. And once in a while, members of the Took clan would go and have adventures. They discreetly disappeared, and the family hushed it up. But the fact remained that the Tokes were not as respectable as the Bagginses, though they were undoubtedly richer. Okay, I'm gonna put a bookmark right there. Hi, babies. Why does the TV seem louder than usual? I feel like it warms itself up a little bit. fucking job, am I right, babies? Where are the babies? Ugh. Ugh. Now what you gonna do with it? I'm gonna pay up, pay up, pay up. I almost, never mind. I almost, that's one hell of a story.
But how many when you come to get it, pay up, I put that brick in your face, you see. Now what you gonna do with it?
Hi, Millie. Did I just squish your foot? I think Daddy is too big for this. Who goes there? None of that. Will Daddy use product today? Oh, and I got jewelry on. I'm such a fucking fuck. I gotta get. Oh, fuck. God damn. Wait, where's the ferret lifeguard? Come beat my ass. Ugh. See? How dare I break the rules? Oh my god. That looks like a... Oh my god. Oh, hi, Creeper. Okay, that's good that you did that. I'm sorry about that again, too. And hello, Muhammad. What the million celebration is? Yeah, that was yesterday. Threw all the balls over.
Babies, Daddy's got flesh towel. Sweet.
Oh, fuck. See, one of my jewelry things came off. God damn it, that's why we have the fucking rules. Okay. Nobody move. You're all going back in the habitat for a hot second. Oi. Oh, for Daddy to find it. Okay. Fingers crossed it came out while Daddy was looking at the side of his car before. Alright. What time is it? Well, I mean, what are we looking at? Okay, we're good. Oi. Not there. Not there. Okay. 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 That's pretty cool. Alright. Okay. So it came off in the car, at least. That's good. Okay. Well, obviously I want to double triple check. I want to check in the car too, but we'll see. Alright. That's why we have the pool rules, goddammit. Ugh. Jesus Christ, Birchie. Oh no! Daddy sucks. Ugh. It's like a little 8-ball that fell off. Oh! There we go. For all I know, it could have came off a week ago though, but I'm more confident it's not in there than it is, at least.
Oh, baby, nobody move. Crisis avoided.
Get in there. It will happen. I would just have to go to a park or something. It will happen. you want to know something? I actually thought about this too. I would need something to go. Is that a fucking dryer sheet I left in there? Ice. God damn it. God damn it. Daddy's fired. Ugh. If I put it on grass, they would be able to dig a hole and crawl underneath it. So I'd have to put like some type of like rug under it or something. Ha! Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, but I also feel lucid, which I feel like is a pretty sweet combo. A waking stream. Alright, man, Mark Pico, cut the shit.
Yeah, because, like, you saved me.
Fuck. You know, I don't think I ever slept walk when I was younger, but when I was in college, my friends would tell me that I would sleep talk. Like, they would, like, say stuff to me, and I would go, Dominic, what are you saying over there? so, so that's something. I feel like a good amount of apps just do that automatically. Like if you wear a watch, I'm pretty sure it just does that automatically. I don't do much now. I feel like I've never checked like with the camera or something, but I would be very curious as to Noodle's actions when during the nighttime. He probably stands over me like in Paranormal Activity, just speaking German. Woo. Come here, Lucy. Ugh. Alright. Sneaks out of the house in a conga line with all the other animals, leading to why they sleep most of the day. Yes, because we're always dancing. Okay. Speaking of which, we're taking a 10-minute break to conga line outside the house. Subscribe. Don't hit the notification bell. I go live all the time, especially every day at 9 p.m. So we'll see you guys in 10 minutes. Bye-bye. Love you.